Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be making a tier list for the elite magic charm priority because at reset on the global server we're going to be getting elite magic charms and this is going to be a pretty big boost for our key heroes up until this point. Okay, so we have Elsa, who I'm going to put in the C tier because I hardly see her actually in Legend Trials. And PvP, she's just lackluster, not really a major priority, so I'm going to keep her there. Entendre is used sometimes in the Legend Trials, so I'm going to put her in the B tier, but again, not a high priority at all. Arden is used for AFK stage pushing, so he's either A or S tier. I'm kind of undecided where I'm going to put AFK stage pushing heroes. I guess I will put him in the S tier because it is a pretty important mode, and also Legend Trials, he's really important. Atalanta, I think no usage, right? So I'm going to put in the C tier. Athalia. So Athalia was in the top team for Necro, Drake, and Dream Realm Boss and probably is going to continue to be there. And so that gives her... It's a kind of a priority then to get her elite charms upgraded, being the best option in a certain Dream Realm boss. So if you have her, she is going to be in the S plus tier, but towards the end of it, because that's her only really major PvE usage. But for PvP, of course, it would be helpful, but that isn't a major priority when it comes to getting your elite charms on day one. Okay, Burial. Burial is just a PvP hero, no usage other than that. I'm going to put him in the C tier. Bonnie is... a bit of Dream Realm usage for sure, so I'm gonna have to put her in the S plus tier ahead of Athalia in terms of priority. Brutus is used for some Legend Trials, so I can put him at the end of the B tier, but again, not a major priority. Brian, honestly, not a major priority. Some AFK stages, usually in the Lily May stages that you fight, and then also for Legend Trials, very minor usage. I'll just put him in the B tier. Callan has a bit of AFK stage use, also Legend Trials. I'm just going to put him in the B tier. Of course, no Dream Realm usage. Carolina, I haven't used Carolina pretty much at all this season for AFK stages. I think maybe if you're limited on options, she could be fine. Legend Trials, she is used a fair bit. I'm going to put in the A tier because I think a potential AFK stage use like on multiple stages and then also Legend Trials, so A tier for her. Cassidy has basically no usage. I am going to put her in the C tier. I really don't remember using Cassidy even in Legend Trials personally on my account, so not very important. Cecia, just basically some Legend Trials usage. We can put her in the B tier. Damon's going to be important because he is in the best Thalassa team and he is in the best Primal Lord team right now. And so I'm foreseeing that he is going to be pretty important. I would put him behind Bonnie, but in front of Athalia. I think in the S plus tier as a priority for China. Definitely right now because we're still in the end of Primal Lord and we're going to want to have as much damage on our top team as possible, so getting him the charms upgraded is going to be actually a major priority along with like Bonnie. Yeah. Okay, Floribel, not really much usage. I'm going to put in the B tier. Cryonaya is a bit of Dream Realm usage, so like there is that. Apart from that, no AFK stage usage so far. I can put her in the end of the S plus tier, or maybe I need to move both Athalia and Cryonaya down to the S tier. But because they are both in the one at least best Dream Realm boss team, I think that warrants having them in the S plus tier because eventually they're gonna be important for everyone, people who have them to actually upgrade their charms. Okay, so Siren for Legend Trials, for some AFK stages, not much though, personally, and then for PvP. I'll put him in the A tier, around Carolina, ahead of Carolina, but just not as much AFK stage usage. He's a really good PvP hero, he's a popular PvP hero, but PvP is going to take a lower priority. First, you want to get your PvE, like Dream Realm teams, and even then AFK stages heroes sorted, and then you can start working on your PvP charms. Diurnal, just not good in PvP either, like not good in PvP, and then that's his only usage, so not important to get his charms. Kulu has some AFK stage use. She was used in Thalassa. However, now that Daimon is here, Daimon is in the best Thalassa team on the VN server, and Kulu was not. So I would definitely not put Kulu in the S plus tier. I think I'm just going to put Kulu in the A tier around about. Siren, she has some AFK stage use, so yeah, getting her charms would be somewhat of a priority, but just she's not used that much in AFK stages. We can put her ahead of Siren actually. Okay, Damien Daimon, not much use, like just basically legend trials, that is it. So I'm going to put him in the B tier, but he is a good PvP hero. So actually I'll put him in the A tier because he's a pretty good PvP hero as well. So upgrading his charms will help you in PvP. Mikola is used in Dream Realm, of course, so she will have to be up here. The question is, would I put her above Bonnie? I think not, because, and probably not even above Daimon. The thing is, Mikola's, I can't remember exactly Mikola's charm quality bonus, but generally for the supports, it doesn't actually increase your team's damage by that much. It could just increase tankiness or something, and that is not as helpful. So I'll have to look at her charm quality bonus, but either way, eventually you will want to have her upgraded because it will give her stats at the very least. Okay, Dunlinger is a PvP hero. He's good in PvP though. He is good in PvP. But like, if you had him, I guess I would put him at the top of the B tier. Iron is for AFK stages, so I will put him in the S tier, but not, of course, for Dream Realm, so not in the S plus tier. Twins are going to be very important. They do provide a buff to increase the damage of your team with their charm quality bonus, so they're going to have to be top of the S plus tier. Pheromore is not in any top Dream Realm team yet. He is really good for Legend Trials, and he is also good for AFK stages, so I'm going to put him around at the S tier. Maybe at the end of the S plus tier, to be honest, because I think there is, I think either right now or very soon, Pheromore is going to have some meta use for Dream Realm. So I would probably have Pheromore charms upgraded before I upgraded like purely AFK stage heroes like Iron and Arden. Faye is not important, so C tier hero. Gerda is just Legend Trials basically, so she can be around Antandra tier. And then Haywin is, and some AFK stage of Gerda. Haywin for basically Legend Trials, that is it. PvP, she's just not good this season because she doesn't have her broken charm quality bonus like she had last season. So I would not make it a priority to upgrade her. Harak is used in top Dream Realm teams, so he will be important. But definitely more important than Mikola, and obviously more important than Athelia and things like that, because he's best in Plague Creeper and he's best in Necro Draken. Or even if he's not best in Plague Creeper yet, I think Shemira is. I think very soon Harak is going to be best there. But like, the reason I have Daimon ahead of Harak is mainly because of Primal Lord. Like, we're going to want to max out Daimon and Bonnie, if you're using Bonnie or Shemira charms, on the early days to make sure that you're all set for Primal Lord getting your top score. So that's why I'm keeping Daimon above Harak. But this Harak could go ahead of Daimon a bit. Or, like, honestly, it probably makes more sense to have Harak in front of Daimon. But for that reason, I'm going to leave Daimon here. Granny is not used at all, so I'll put her in the C tier. Hodgkin, just Legend Trials, basically. You can also be using Endurance Trials. So, like, getting charms for those heroes that are good in Endurance Trials is also helpful. That's one thing I kind of neglected. So we can put him at the B tier. Next up, we have Hugin. Hugin has a really good charm quality bonus this season. It is going to increase the damage and penetration of an ally behind him. Very similar to his charm bonus in this previous season. Now, the thing is, Hugin isn't in a lot of top Dream Realm teams, but in Thalassa, for example, I do think he probably will be in the top team, and his charm quality bonus is really good. So I would say probably his charms are more important than even Mikola's. I would put him ahead of Mikola. It is kind of difficult. Also, Athalia placement, like, I don't know. Like, if you have Athalia built, probably you would want to get her charms before Mikola. And, but Hugin, I would think Hugin charms before Athalia. Cryanaya, it's a little bit difficult around these heroes because they're all really close to each other. Igor is just kind of a PvP hero, so he's good. He can be good in PvP Stroll teams, so I'll put him in the B tier, but that is basically it. Indris, as of right now, no proven usage, so I don't know, maybe potentially he can have some Dream Realm usage now that he has his charm quality bonus. He has a good charm quality bonus. It is basically one of the best for damage healers this season. Same one as Sinbad. However, a lot of heroes get powerful charm quality bonus, so I don't know if Indris is going to see any usage at all. For now, I'm going to have to put him in the B tier, but it could be subject to change depending on his usage. If he's actually getting usage thanks to his charms, he would be a much better priority, or higher priority, but for right now, he would be in the B tier because he's just not used anywhere. Khafra is just no need to get Khafra's charms. Coco, yes, she's used in Dream Realm, especially pre-Endless, which we're at right now. You do need her for survival. So I would say Coco probably in the S plus tier, around Mikola tier, honestly, very similar. Yeah, their charm will not increase your damage, but I think it increases the tankiness. So we have the Corrin. Corrin is not really used much at all. So I will put him in the B tier. Okay, next up we have Kruger. Now Kruger has a pretty interesting charm quality bonus this season. He doesn't have much Dream Realm usage. However, there are sometimes 1 or 2 bosses where he is the best, and his charms are going to increase his own damage dealt, like by igniting the adjacent enemies and dealing true damage per second. It could increase his damage by a minor amount, improving your overall score, but I wouldn't consider him like a major priority for charms, but I would have to put him in the S tier for that reason, and I think I will put him around about at the end of the S tier. It probably isn't going to contribute that much to your damage, but it is kind of an interesting thing. Okay, Lenya. Lenya hasn't seen any Dream Realm usage. Her charms may change something, but it's kind of unlikely. However, I do like Lenya as a hero. Also in PvP, she's good. And I do think potentially she could be in some budget Dream Realm teams after her charms for some bosses. So I will put her in the S tier after Kruger because I think she's a bit more important than the A tier heroes. Lily May, very, very similar. Like, obviously very good in PvP, but that's not the major reason. It's also in, like, budget Dream Realm teams, she has some usage still. So I would say Lily May around here with Lenya and Kruger. I think that is a pretty good place for her. Lorison, just really Legend Trials. So for that reason, we can put him in the B tier. Luca, Legend Trials, but I wouldn't make it a big priority because he's a tank who usually doesn't need their charm quality bonus upgrade that much. Lucius, even less used. Luca's used more than Lucius, but like I guess if you don't have Luca built for Legend Trials, Lucius can also work. So Lucy is using quite a bit of AFK stages. However, I don't think her charms basically only give her quality bonus, gives her bonus attack and haste, which is kind of good, but like it's not really her damage you're using her for. So I would say probably A tier, like a kind of niche AFK stage hero, not as important as like Iron and Arden, who are using a lot of stages. Ludovic. Now, because we are in Primal Lord, and Ludovic is the best damage dealer in the Primal Lord top teams, getting his charm quality bonus upgraded is going to be a priority for that reason. That's why he's going to be around the Daimon level in the S plus tier. But for other Dream Realm bosses, he's basically not useful yet. That will wait until he gets his Mythic plus charms and endless Dream Realm bosses, which will be towards the end of the season. Lumont, I mean just Legend Trials, like we said. We can put him over here. Laika doesn't really have much use. I think I would have to put her in the B tier. Yeah, and then we have Merrily. Merrily, not really much use. I mean, technically a Necro Draken really budget Dream Realm team if you don't have better options, but like most people by now do have better options. So I would say probably have to put Merrily in the B tier. Or I mean, could be in the end of the A tier. Could be in the end of the A tier. Muriel, just not really used for that much at all, so I will put her in the B tier. Nara is very minorly used for some AFK stages, for some Legend Trials. So again, I can put her in the B tier, but not above that, not a major priority. So Nero's charms are the same as Hugin's charms this season, basically increasing the attack and penetration of the hero behind them. However, Nero's basically only a PvP hero. So for PvP, yeah, it is going to be really good, and Nero already is pretty good for taking Lily May interruptions. So I will put him in the PvP category, like a good tier PvP hero. We'll put him in the A tier for that reason, for his charms. Next up, we have Natsu, who is not really used for that much. For some AFK stages, occasionally you'll see him, but very kind of niche as of right now. His charms give him attack and haste to increase his damage, but that will not be good enough to make him good in Dream Realm or anything, but it would help him in AFK stages. So for that reason, I can put him at the end of the A tier, because usually what happens towards the end of the season when we have higher level AFK stages, that is when Natsu begins to see more usage and Pheromorg begins to see more usage. And so I do think that eventually Natsu is going to be used. If you have him and if you get his charms, it will help you in AFK stages, but not like a major priority. Okay, so we have Odie. Odie is really difficult to say because if you have Shemira built, Shemira is basically the better option for almost all Dream Realm bosses rather than Odie. And Odie is not really used that much. He's been kind of power crept out of Dream Realm. However, if you don't have Shemira, then Odie is a major priority for you. His charms are going to increase his damage by a good amount. So just to be safe, I would definitely put him in the S plus tier, but I would put him around, maybe around about here, or maybe in front of Hugin or something like that. Like, for most players, if you have Shemira, I don't think you're going to be using Odie that much, like, which is the thing. However, I don't know. when charm qualities bonuses come out, it could change some things. It could allow OD to see some usage, or maybe as a sub DPS in some Dream Realm teams. So I think I would, yeah, to be safe, I would put OD in the S plus tier. Around about here, I think is fine. Okay, we have Prissa. Prissa is basically not really used for much. I will put her in the B tier, but like, I mean, Legend Trials and things like that. Okay, Phraesto. Phraesto is not really going to be important because first of all, he's not really a great damage dealer in Dream Realm currently. But for Primal Lord he is. And so if you're talking about Primal Lord, you want to give him all the stats he can get. And so like I need to put him around this Daimon level, like Daimon, Phraesto, and Ludovic, because if you get them their elite charms, it's going to help you for Primal Lord. And that's why, and currently like we're talking about a day 1, day 2 priority guide, and these are the heroes which are needed for Primal Lord top scores. So I would say, yeah, you need to get their charms. Reinier is going to have really good charms this season, same as Hugin, same as Nero, basically increasing the attack damage and penetration of an ally behind him. That is perfect for his role as a supporter and increasing your damage that the team deals. And Rainier's using a lot of top end this Dream on bosses right now. So definitely Reinier charms are going to be a major priority. I'm definitely putting him before Harak, and honestly, I would put him before even Phraesto, but the thing is, these are heroes which are needed for Primal Lord, so get them sorted first, and then you can work on Reinier after that. Okay, Reese. Reese is like, no, Reese is not needed for anything, so he's going to be in C tier. Rowan, I mean, eventually you will see some AFK stage use, so I'm going to put him around like this Lucy, Natsu all together, kind of like the second line AFK stage heroes who eventually are going to see meta usage, but currently it's still a kind of Iron Arden. Yeah. Okay, so Trana is basically PvP, Legend Trials, that's it, so I'm going to put in the B tier. Salazar is not really used anywhere. I'm going to put him in the C tier, other than maybe Dura's Trials. That's kind of like the only place I guess you would see Salazar. So I'm going to just put him in the C tier. But, I mean, we did put Hugin in the B tier for Dura's Trials. And Salazar has a Supreme Plus skill upgrade. I don't know. I mean, technically, no, I'm going to put him in the C tier. Okay, we have Scarlita. Scarlita is not needed for anything. Yeah, other than like Legend Trials or some, or no, not Legend Trials, Dura's Trials or something. I'm just gonna put Scarlet in the B tier. Like she's not important for you to upgrade. Don't worry if you don't get her charms at all. Okay, next up we have Set. So Set is going to be, where do we put Set? Set is going to be Set. Where? Not much usage. I'll just put him in the B tier for now, but. Really, Seth is not really used. I don't know. Like, I guess we'll move Salazar up here. I'm kind of putting the B tier of heroes, which I think would at least see some Dura's Trials or some sort of usage. But I don't really know, honestly. Like, this B and C tier, basically, these are heroes that probably you never want to focus charms on them. Other than maybe right at the top of the B tier, these are the niche. But then towards the end of the B tier and the C tier, these are like heroes, eventually you'll randomly get their charms, but it's not like these are your priorities to be upgrading or like to be focusing. Shakira. Shakira right now doesn't have Dream Realm usage, because it's too early for him. He's going to be better later on in the season. He's basically only a PvP hero right now. Oh no, wait, he's good for Nocturne Judicator. Nocturne Judicator, he's good. Yeah, best team. Because he's in the best team, I will say his charms are an S plus priority for that. Okay, Sylvina. PvP hero, basically, only, I'll put her in the B tier. I don't think it deserves higher than that. Is a purely PvP niche hero. If you use her in PvP, of course, you can get her charms, but that's later down the line after you get your more important priorities taken care of. Sinbad, of course, is going to be high priority. I would say even higher priority than Reinier. Rainier's charms are good. However, like, your damage dealer charm quality bonus is going to be usually more important before you get Reinier charm quality bonus down. Shemira, of course, the name of AFK Journey should be changed to Shemira Journey, as I always say. Especially at least as of right now, Shemira is a top meta hero, and getting her charms are going to increase her damage by giving her more stats. Her quality bonus isn't amazing. It gives her more energy recovery, and it doesn't help you at all in the Primal Lord. However, for everywhere else, all other games, game modes, it's going to be helpful. That energy recovery is going to allow her to cycle her ultimate and get off more damage in Dream Realm. So definitely, yeah, she's top of the S plus tier, number one. Sonya's really interesting. I'm definitely gonna put Sonya in like this S plus tier around Athalia. But the thing with Sonya is, oh wait, sorry, no, she actually belongs higher than this. Yeah, she actually belongs higher than this. I would say actually Sonya's uh, probably around Reinier and Sinbad level. But Sonya has not seen that much usage in Dream Realm this season, unfortunately. But in Necro Draken, she's the best. I can't remember if in any other boss team she is the best option. But I think as time moves on, she's definitely gonna remain the best in some Dream Realm bosses, and so getting her charms upgraded is going to be a priority. So I would say it is like this. Smokey, of course, Dream Realm hero, and I would say his charms are definitely a priority eventually, but they just kind of increase tankiness, I believe, and so like they're not going to increase your damage, and so actually I think I need to reorganize this. But like Pheromore as of right now hasn't proven himself, and Cryonia, honestly, I don't think you need her charms for her to be good. Obviously in PvP you want her charms, but for like Dream Realm, and it could even interfere with things because it increases her haste, which could interfere with things. So I would say probably around here is what you want. Mikola, Smokey maybe before Mikola, yeah. And then Coco. Talion, unfortunately, Talion, not really any Dream Realm usage, not a top option in Dream Realm. Apart from that, what else really is there? Like for PvP, yeah, she's good, but that's not a reason for you to be upgrading her. So it's either A tier or S tier. Um, I can't even warn. I mean, I could put it in the S tier. Yeah, we put Lily May, Lenya, and other heroes here in the S tier. So I could say, yeah, we can put her. And it does give her true damage. Her charm quality bonus gives her true damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. That's the thing. It's a good charm quality bonus, but like, when we talk about the top damage deals in like Shemira that we have now, how is Talion ever going to replace Shemira and outdamage Shemira in boss content? So like, is unproven. Most likely she's still not going to be that good, but I'll put in the S tier behind Kruger. Yeah, I think that's fine. Soren is basically not really used anywhere. Okay, so next up we have Thorin, and now Thorin is not, I don't believe is in any number one top Dream on best team, but in some budget team options, even today, for example, in Sigmund, Thorin is used in the best budget team. Thorin's charm bonus is going to increase the defense or cause defense shred of his adjacent enemy, and that is going to allow your team to hit even harder. So for those reasons, I think Thorin definitely belongs in S tier. Not above that because like it's very, very niche minor Dream Realm usage, and he's not in the overall best team. But if you're running him in Dream Realm at all, then getting his charms are going to be a priority. And for PvP, it'll also help. Tassi is like AFK stages PvP, so I would just say S tier, probably ahead of Arden. Timisia, not really used. We can put her in the B tier. Almas, now Almas is used for AFK stages. He's used for PvP, but no Dream Realm usage. I believe his charms are going to be the same as the Hugin, Reinier, and Nero charms, which is basically the best supportive charm to increase damage this season. Either way, he belongs in the S tier, but I would say probably after Arden. Yeah. And actually, Iron needs to be, yeah, Iron should not be before Tassi and Arden. The ordering was a bit off. Valen, not an important hero. I'm just going to put him in the C tier. Vala, like if you use her in PvP, that's basically it. So I can put her in the B tier around Sylvina. Velka. Now, Velka is in some version of a Primal Lord team. However, honestly, if you have Shemira or if you have Bonnie, which almost anyone would have Bonnie or Shemira higher upgraded compared to Velka, then it would just be better for you to run the Shemira Bonnie team. So that's why Velka is not really considered good for Primal Lord. Apart from that, no Dream Realm usage as of right now. So I would just say, I don't know, like I think around Indris level. Potentially in the future they could have some usage with their charms, but like as of right now, no need for them for any PvE content. Walker, it's funny, we have Walker last, and Walker, there's a bit I have to say about Walker. Finally, so we have Viperon, which not really used anywhere, I would just say C tier. And then we have Walker. So Walker is in the best Guild Supremacy team, Glyph Shade boss team, by a large margin, his damage output. Legend Trials, he dominates. Apart from that, people have been trying him in different areas. I think I've even seen some AFK stages with Walker. Basically, Walker is so good for the Lightbearer faction talents. He's perfectly synergizing with those talents, and that's why he can get off some insane damage. Oh no, sorry. I don't think he was in AFK stage, but he's in battle drills. So for all of these reasons, upgrading his charm is going to increase his damage output. I would say I would say, yeah, we're going to do it. Walker is going to be end of the S tier just because he is a meta hero this season. So there we have it, guys. That is going to be the full priority list for charms for the elite tier, which we're going to be getting at reset. If you have any other opinions or disagreements, feel free to share them in the comment section. I think it's, looking at it, I'm pretty happy with how we've positioned, but definitely I may have overlooked some things, so you can go ahead and leave your opinions in the comment section down below. But this is basically what I'm going to follow. These heroes right up at the top of the S plus tier, these are going to be the top targets, which are going to be Shemira twins for regular Dream Realm, and then on top of that, Bonnie, Phraesto, Ludovic, Daimon, to power you up for Primal Lord, because we're going to have like maybe 6 days left of that, and we want to max out our score of that. And then these other heroes, Sinbad, Sonya, Harak, Athalia, if you have them. Odie, I put Odie in a weird place because, like, for my account, I don't think I'm going to ever need Odie's charms, but I think for some people, Odie could somehow see some usage in Dream Realm if you don't have all the meta heroes built. So I am still putting, Odie definitely belongs in the S plus tier. It's just a question of, did I rate him too highly? Should I put him, like, maybe I should put him around this Krynaya level? I think this is actually a bit more suitable. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Firelight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.